Tit for tat, here's today's play. What could possibly drive one of the most recognizable and bankable footballers of the last 3 decades to stand before a local court and claim he was broke, just to dodge a 15,148 pounds alimony payment for his own children? Was it a lack of love for his kids? A bitter dispute with their mother? Fair questions. But then 2 more women came forward with the same accusations. At that point, it wasn't just a dispute, it was a pattern, and patterns tell stories. This story, it's none other than that of Roberto Carlos. If loyalty had a name in football, Roberto Carlos wore it proudly on his back. He was devoted to the game, to the relentless pursuit of trophies, and, apparently, to sharing more hotel rooms with Ronaldo Nazario than spending time with his own family. But in his personal life, loyalty was as foreign to him as defending against a counterattack. 7 women, 11 children, lawsuits, accusations of abandonment. A man who could bend a ball around a 10-man wall, but couldn't stick around for a parent-teacher meeting. Roberto Carlos didn't just play football across multiple countries. He left bloodlines scattered across continents. From Brazil to Hungary, Mexico to Spain, his legacy isn't just etched in football history. It's written in paternity tests and child support claims. At 51, and also a grandfather, the legendary left-back now finds himself entangled in a reality far messier than any defensive line he ever had to break through. So how did we get here? Let's rewind. Roberto Carlos's rise to football stardom was meteoric. From Palmeiras to Inter Milan, to his golden years at Real Madrid, he was a defender who played like an attacker. He didn't just run, he exploded. He didn't just kick, he launched missiles. His 35-meter free kick against France in 1997 remains one of football's greatest mysteries, a shot so impossible that even physicists debate its trajectory to this day. But as dominant as he was on the pitch, off it, he was a man constantly outrunning his own responsibilities. His career was a perfect storm of talent, aggression, and pure spectacle. But his love life, that was an unpredictable, injury-prone disaster. Carlos didn't just win trophies, he collected scandals. Before the whirlwind of lawsuits and baby mama drama, there was Alexandra Pinheiro, a Brazilian lawyer. Alexandra married Carlos when he was just 20, back when he was still a rising star. They stayed together for 12 years, a personal record for him. Together, they had 3 children, Roberta, Giovanna, and Roberto Carlos Jr. Their marriage ended, officially due to the relationship wearing out. Alexandra told reporters, "Our relationship had worn out, and to prevent it from deteriorating or us developing animosity, we preferred to end it and remain friends." But in reality, what wore it out was simple: Roberto Carlos's inability to be faithful. There were too many women, too many distractions. And by 2003, Alexandra had had enough. After Alexandra, Roberto Carlos moved through relationships like defenders, trying to stop him. Briefly, unsuccessfully, and left in disbelief. Carlos once admitted in an interview that he could barely keep up with all his children, not just because of the number, but because they were scattered across continents. "I only had 2 wives. More difficult to count are the women with whom I had children. Now I live with Manuela, and I have several around. I have 7 in Brazil. I have 1 in Mexico. I have 1 in Hungary who lives in Alicante, and others live in Brazil." Here's a breakdown of his known baby mamas. Alessandra Martins, Brazilian lawyer, mother of 1. Simone Hamilcoto, reporter, mother of 1. Barbara Thurler, ex-girlfriend, mother of 2. Alexandra Fedra, Hungarian, mother of 2. Dora Robles, Mexican, mother of 2. Jane Borges, model linked to Carlos, but unclear how many children they share. Mariana Lucon, his current wife for now, a physiotherapist, mother of 2. Yes, current wife, though rumors suggest they're already going through divorce proceedings. But you see, these weren't just relationships. They were legal battlegrounds waiting to happen. And boy, did they happen. With multiple children came multiple lawsuits. Why? because Roberto Carlos simply couldn't keep up, not out of irresponsibility, but inconvenience. In his own words, fatherhood is complicated. I try to give my children the maximum love, but their mothers only want more money. They use their father to gain benefits. Carlos has spent recent years living in survival mode. Anytime his phone rings, he assumes it's one of his baby mamas trying to extort him. In August 2017, Barbara Thurler, the mother of 2 of his children, took him to court over unpaid child support. The situation escalated so badly that an arrest warrant was issued, forcing Carlos to settle his debts before he faced prison. Dora Robles, his Mexican ex, accused him of abandoning their daughter, Rebecca. She revealed that Rebecca once flew to Madrid to meet her father, only to be ignored. She waited for him in the Santiago Bernabeu. He never showed up. Imagine the pain of that little girl. Then there's Alexandra Fedra, the Hungarian mother of his son Christopher. She accused Carlos of refusing to support Christopher's football dreams, despite personally helping other kids enter Real Madrid's academy. But the most heartbreaking case, Barbara Thurler once revealed that Carlos tried to evict her and their children from their home in Brazil. When he failed twice, he even sent his own mother to deliver the eviction notice on the 3rd attempt. Her response, "The father of my children has sent me a notice telling me to leave my flat. He wants to put his 2 kids on the street." But perhaps the most painful moment of all came from his son, Bernardo. One day, Bernardo, feeling so abandoned, asked his mother, "Has my father died?" On his 7th birthday, Bernardo wrote to his father, hoping for at least a happy birthday wish. Carlos's response, he blocked him. For a man who made a career out of loyalty to Real Madrid, loyalty to his own flesh and blood seemed far more complicated. So, is it really a surprise that his marriage to Mariana Lucon is crumbling too? For a man who once ruled the left flank, it seems he's now running from something he can't outrun: his own choices. Carlos' story is a tale of 2 legacies, one carved into football history, the other written in court documents. With an estimated net worth of 160 million, the ironic thing is, Carlos has the resources to be a provider. Not only did he enjoy massive paydays at Inter Milan and Real Madrid, but he also secured a lucrative $8.3 million deal with Russian club Anzhi Makhachkala in his later years, where the club's billionaire owner even gifted him a $1 million Bugatti Veyron for his birthday. Off the pitch, endorsement deals with Nike, Adidas, Pepsi, and Gillette further padded his fortune. He eventually hung up his boots in 2012 at the age of 39. But money doesn't buy time, and it certainly doesn't buy presents. He was loyal to football, loyal to Real Madrid, loyal to Ronaldo Nazario, whom he probably should have married, given how much time they spent together. Now, in his early 50s, with 11 children and a past that won't stop chasing him, Roberto Carlos may finally have to face his toughest opponent yet. Not a defender, not a rival team, but himself.